I just wanted to do a sound check with you guys real quick. Looks like all is working. Okay. In this next video, we are going to go over Article 1, Section 1 in, I believe the original Constitution and the religious freedom provision as well, because, they're trying to come after that right as well and denying exemptions and such. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. But let me bring up what we need here. Okay, so here is the original again. And we're going to go down to Chapter 1, our Declaration of Rights, Chapter 1, Section 1. That all men are born equally free and independent and have certain natural, inherent, and inalienable rights. Inalienable means that we cannot be separated from these rights. They cannot be transferred to somebody else. And that can be verified in, I believe it's the NOAA 1828 American Dictionary or Black's Law 4th edition. I use that definition from. But that is, again, we cannot be separated from our rights. So please keep that in mind. Among which are the enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and pursuing and obtaining happiness and safety. So when we're addressing our public servants and trustees, say a school board meeting, a township meeting, commissioner meeting, whatever type of meeting it may be, we're able to make sure and obtain our happiness and safety when they are failing to do their duty under sworn oath to us. So, these natural, inherent, and inalienable rights are everything, because this is what keeps us a constitutional republic and free people. And next, we'll move on to the religious exemption, Section 2, that all men have a natural and unalienable right to worship Almighty God according to the dictates of their own consciousness and understanding, and that no man or of right can be compelled to attend any religious worship or erect or support any place of worship or maintain any ministry contrary to or against his own free will or consent. Nor can any man who acknowledges the being of God, doesn't say multiple gods there, does it? It says God, just pointing that out, be justly deprived or abridged of any civil rights as a citizen on account of his religious sentiments or peculiar mode of religious worship, and that no authority can or ought to be vested in or assumed by any power whatever that shall in any case interfere with or in any manner control the right of conscience and the free exercise of religious worship. So the school has no authority to be picking and choosing who's going to have a religious exemption, who isn't. It's not in their scope of authority to make those decisions. And I know we have not been taught that, but truly we are to be standing on our Declaration of Rights, because they are not made in the statutory world like the parental bills of rights are. So because the Constitution trumps statute every day of the week, 24/7, 365 days a year. So you guys may want to make note of that, that the Parental Bill of Rights was all made in a statutory world. So it really doesn't afford much protection. It's good to be aware of them, yes, but this is our supreme law of the lands, and this is where the people need to stand and fight with so we can reestablish order as the masters of government. So I hope you guys can hear me on that and understand from a constitutional sense and a statutory sense. Why would you pick a lower thing where it doesn't offer you as much protection when you have a higher law, highest law that protects you 100% of the time? Not when a judge gives you permission or a school board decides to allow you to. No, that's not how a constitutional republic works, guys. So super important to learn these. That's why I'm going over them for anyone that wants to, go into any depth about it or just learn them. So let's see. We're going to go to section 7 next, which is the freedom of press. And I'm going to go into our current version for that one. So we have here in Article 1, text of section 7, the printing press shall be free to every person who may undertake to examine the proceedings of the legislator or any branch of government, and no law shall ever be made to restrain the right thereof. The free communications of thoughts and opinions is one of the invaluable rights of man, and every citizen may freely speak, write, and print on any subject, being responsible for the abuse of that liberty. No conviction shall be had in any prosecution for the publication of papers relating to the official conduct of officers or men in public capacity, or to any other matter proper for public investigation or information, where the fact that such publication was not maliciously or negligently made shall be established to the satisfaction of the jury, and in all indictments for libels, the jury shall have the right to determine the laws and the facts under the direction of the court, as in other cases. So we are able to have free press in our school board meetings. Why won't they, I know a lot of our local press is captured, so to speak, and really doesn't want to help stand with the parents that are speaking up against, all of the unlawful policies they're trying to force upon our children while they are. And we can't get free and fair press in there. So, that's a problem. So I guess, we are the press and we are the news as well. But I wanted to just go over this, as long as we're not, threatening life, limb, or property, cussing, we have every right to give a strong rebuke to our public servants, which is remonstrance. And that is what was covered in video 1 under the section 20 here in our Declaration of Rights, the right to petition. The last word in there is remonstrance, and that is a strong rebuke to an evil act. And we are allowed to assert ourselves strongly. They are our public servants and trustees. They're not our leaders. They're not our rulers. So they have been beating that into our heads for a long time. So we didn't really know that we are it's our duty to make sure they're doing the right thing and following their oath, making sure nothing's coming against us. So not many people want to really get into that, but if we don't do it, who is going to? Because they're taking little by little or a lot all the time. We have to stop it. So it's up to us. And I'm going to end this video here and start another one.